Hello, it's Mercy here from DAL RIATA. This is the weekly summary for the 6th of June 2021, and what a week it has been. Goodness me. I'm so massively pleased with our guild this week, it's not even funny. Let's just, where do we start? It's been quite a week. Let's look at the roster. So that's probably the place to go. Well, actually, let's look at the tasks, because that's the coolest thing. Well, we've gone down in ranking, or gone up in ranking, whichever way you want to see it. We've improved in our ranking. We've hit level 1000 and gone beyond. We have 30 members, and we're up to ranking 313, which is up a couple. We have, for the first time ever this week, we have completed all tasks, all basic tasks and all legendary tasks. For a long time we've been completing 3 or 4 of the legendary tasks, or mostly 4, but never quite completing them. And there was a bit of a discussion on Discord last week about whether we should be pushing to get to the legendary tasks on Guild War Week. But I was a bit concerned about how we were going to communicate that information to the guild. So it was a good idea, because that way we get more bonuses. But then again, is Guild Wars really about the bonuses? Do the bonuses actually help? Is it really about individual battles, or is it about everybody playing? I'll talk more about that in a second. I don't think actually individual battles are what Guild Wars is really about. But anyway, we had a bit of discussion around this kind of stuff on Discord, and none of us were really on the same page, I don't think. I was misunderstanding what some people were saying, other people were clearly misunderstanding each other. It was kind of interesting. It's a complicated topic. But what happened is, the upshot is, all the legendary tasks were the epic tasks were finished. The legendary tasks here were unlocked, and I don't know how many we've been through, 6 or 7, 8, I don't know, heaps. They're kind of cool. I kind of like them. They cost $1 million. They're really expensive. And you get 3 random random prizes out of this list here. And the upshot is you can get a troop, and it's all a bit of a mystery. I don't know. Maybe it says here. Does it even say? No. Oh, maybe it did. Does it say? Let's just have a look. Does it say guild roster blah 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 blah? No. Okay, it doesn't say. You'd kind of like to know what this percentage is, because that picture implies that you can get a mythic or a legendary card, and we did it in one of the prizes. We got a legendary, which is kind of cool, and I really like the idea of getting a mythic. And I'm kind of interested. I wonder whether, I don't know the answer to this, but somebody can perhaps tell me. Do we all get the same prize? So if we complete this task, and if we draw this, do we all get the same troop? I don't know. Or do we all get different things? Do we all get 3 of the 6? Different ones. I don't know. Be interesting to know. I certainly got 1 legendary troop in this week, in the prizes this week. It'd be interesting to know if anybody else got anything else. I didn't see anybody say they got a mythic or anything, but pretty cool. Pretty happy about that. So well, there we go. There's not much else to say. What should we do first? Let's do Guild Wars. Oh, actually, no. Slow down. Whoa. Let's go have a look at the roster. So we did lose a player this week, which was kind of sad, but kind of inevitable. I kicked Zwazu yesterday, which was a bit sad. Zwazu's had been with us for 567 days. So from right near the beginning, but has been kind of just been a faffing around down the bottom for a long time, and it was just time. He wasn't playing in Guild Wars, wasn't playing in the events, and knew jolly well that was what was expected, because he was on Discord, so he was party to lots of conversations and did know this stuff, and I did give plenty of opportunity. So it was a bit sad, but we have a new person. Welcome, Alexander. welcome to the guild. You've logged in a couple of times. I entreat you to have a look at these videos. We've got lots of videos in the past, and chat on chat and get on Discord. So there we go. Mojo, you clearly need to be promoted. And if you look at these, oops, gotta go back down. Check out the amounts of gold that people have been contributing. It was quite cool. I quite liked it. So Mojo, you went up. Zeta, you obviously go up. Congratulations. So the idea of promotions in this guild is that you get to Sentinel, and when you get to Sentinel, you have to be pretty bad for me to consider dropping you. Dropping you down. What it basically means is, as you go up in levels, if you have a week off, you might get demoted, but you don't get booted out. So you can drift down. It basically means if you're a Sentinel, you've got 3 or 4 weeks before you get booted out if you have a bit of a break from the game. So it buys you that time. So that's the reason why you want to go up. You go up by playing in world events. Well, I'm expecting you to play world events. You get demoted if you don't. But if you do really, really well, or if you contribute lots of gold, or if you talk lots and give lots of teams, that sort of stuff, that's what gets you up there. You also have to just show a bit of stickability to get from Commander to Sentinel. So stickability meaning the minimum contribution, total contribution is 10 million. So actually Rattle had a bit of a few weeks off, so went down, but clearly is back in the game, so goes back to being a Sentinel. Well done, Rattle. Rattle's one of our long-term and good contributors and players. So Rattle's back up there in Sentinel. Who else? Let me just check. I did write this down. Who else I noticed that needs a promotion? Pulse Atari. Where's Pulse Atari? There we go. Pulse Atari hasn't been with us for very long, but has made Sentinel. Congratulations, our newest Sentinel. Well done. Just again, masses of donations and masses of playing and chatting and just all the good stuff that we want in our members. So there we go. Congratulations. Thank you. You are a Sentinel. The game aim, of course, is to get everybody up to Sentinel, and then I don't even have to worry about booting anybody out. So if you notice, we're very top heavy now. We have Zeta's going to clearly be a Sentinel soon. Boulder will be a Sentinel soon. Mirrodin will be a Sentinel soon. Can't imagine Baytapper. I can't imagine it's going to be long before Baytapper's a Sentinel. Lejo, maybe a few more contributions and a bit more talking or sharing teams. And there we go. So we're almost becoming a Sentinel guild, which is kind of my goal. Anyway, that's enough about that. Let's move on to. That's enough about that at all. Let's move on to Guild Wars. So Guild Wars, we've pretty much won. We've had a good deal of competition from Fireblade this week. They what's that behind us? 40,000, 80,000 behind us in points. But we have a lot of people to play. I don't think there's any way they can actually. I haven't even played yet, but we've got a lot of guild members to play. So there's no way they're going to catch us with that kind of lead. And if you look at all those numbers, everybody's been playing. Just what I was saying before, the individual, I don't really know if the individual battles really matter that much. You can drop a few battles and it doesn't make much difference to the end result. You can still win by quite a large margin. If you look at you can't go back and see it, can you? Or can you? Yes, you can. So you see all these fights. I mean, we're winning by considerable margins, and even though Slavain was that was a bit of a wake-up call. That was pretty tough. And then when we played Fireblade, we're winning by 3 good players here. So that's kind of that's that's pretty close, but we're still winning by a big margin. And why we're winning completely is because we're playing, look, 238, 243. We're winning throughout even against the lesser teams. We're getting more points on those days than Sylvain and Fireblade are. So it's all, I think Guild Wars is actually all about everybody playing. It's good to win. It's great to win, and of course you do better if you do win. But if you lose a couple of battles, then it doesn't really matter that much, so long as you're playing, as long as everybody's playing. So we're back to winning, and in the 669 days that our guild has been in existence, we have only not won 3 times, and those 3 times we've come second. So, you know, we're pretty good at Guild Wars, and we're going to carry on in that vein. I'm pretty sure we're going to win today. Beast Whisperer was the world event, and we are continuing our tradition now. It's pretty much standard for us to complete these. This one we completed today. Where is it? Yep. I don't know why they have the Token of Thorns in stage 12. That's not useful at all. That should not be that just seems bizarre to me. Why would you have the Token of Thorns on stage 12, where once you've done stage 12 there's no point playing anymore? Crazy. Anyway, that's that. So Beast Whisperer, well done. Actually, that was, just going back, that was a particularly, I found this event kind of, yeah, it wasn't boring. It was good. It was really easy, but it was. I never changed my team. Usually, I change my team. This is the team I started with, and this is the team I stopped, ended with. Usually, I try everybody who posts a team. I will try it to see what it's like, to see if there's a better one, or offer advice, or. Yeah, that would actually be a bit jerky if I did that. I don't do that very often, but I judge my one to see whether my one's that good, and I say this is the boss, kind of the boss battle, and this team was it was, I don't even have all 3 medals, which I usually do, and this team was just really kind of good, and never really changed it. Like, I'm even going to get Valravens, so I mean, it's kind of funny, isn't it? So I didn't really use that one at all. It was all about just charging Mikhail for me, just getting this dude up here, and once Mikhail gets going, it's kind of all over. This is a good weapon, kind of like that weapon. But you know, it's like I said, it's all about Mikhail, and once you get him going, they just start dying. So just one more should do it. Oh, somebody dodged that. We'll better finish them off with some scatter. Oh, they dodged that too. Okay, finish them off with this then. So pretty, I mean, and never in any danger of losing one of those fights. So that was kind of an interesting an event in a way. It was just kind of going through the motions. But anyway, beasts are quite good. Invasion, we are probably going to finish Invasion. Let me just have a look. I mean, we will finish Invasion, but we might finish it just by people using up their sigils, because there's quite a few people down the bottom here who will have sigils to burn. But Erica, Edward, Tumkitom, me, Lyric have all said that if we need to, we will buy another tier to get there. So certainly we're going to get there. There's no doubt about it. And of course, we want that major orb of chaos. Nice little story from El Diablo today, saying that where's the rewards? Saying that one of the Orb of Chaoses gave him clans here on this reward here, and then he used that Orb of Clans to get some more seals, and that seals, those are the seals that got him the new mythic this week. So that's a nice wee story. I liked hearing that one. Thank you very much for sharing that. So that's that. So completing everything, winning and completing everything this week, no problem at all. So like I said, an amazing week. Super proud of our guild. and a lot of us got the new mythic. And at the end of this video, I'm going to show a couple of those teams with Vernalis. I'm not massively impressed, but anyway. So that's that. That's if you're done with the video, you can turn it off. And the next thing I'm going to talk about is what's happening next week, and then I will talk about the new mythic and a couple of teams, and another team that I watch and follow another Discord channel, and on that Discord channel there was some discussion around Vernalis teams, but they kind of evolved away from Vernalis deciding that it wasn't actually that good. And found kind of a really good team, and I'm going to share that team too. So that's a really good sort of Explore 12 team that I will share, which I don't think it actually has any mythics in it, but we'll see. Anyway, so next week it's in Glacial Peaks. So Glacial Peaks is the one up here. I just put my Glacial Peaks. We got a couple of Imperial Deeds during the week, so I put Glacial Peaks up to 14, and of course we have got. I don't know if it's a new faction going to be connected to Glacial Peaks. I'm not sure. Raksha. So I'm not sure who are the Raksha. Where do they come from? Don't know. Anyway, I'm not sure which is the connection. Anyway, let's go to So we're playing in Glacial Peaks next week. The world event will be set there. It's Fey Mystics. The glory troop is called Grimoire, and Grimoire is kind of a completely useless card that does mana drain and steals gold, so I can't even see how that's going to be any use whatsoever in Glacial Peaks, but maybe use, I don't know. We'll have a look. I always get the glory troops up to mythic, so we'll see how that goes. Let me just change that while I'm thinking about it. What else we got? We've got. I think there must be a troop that like a bonus troop tomorrow, because Terran's World had Were Raven being released tomorrow, so it may be one of those ones that's in. It can't possibly actually. Were Raven can't be in event. Oh, it could be in event keys. No, I don't think it is, because it's a. Must be somehow you get it. Anyway, Were Raven is one of those ones that creates lycanthropy gems, and they're kind of pushing that lycanthropy mechanic at the moment, which I have reserved opinion on. I mean, they've obviously got some evolution to go on what they're doing with that, so at the moment it just seems a bit dumb. To me, it's only really happened a couple of times where I've been able to transform an opponent into something else in one fight. Somebody did it to me, which didn't make much difference. It seems like most fights are over before the lycanthropy gems actually really take into force anyway. It's a bit like Deathmark, it's pretty rare. It's kind of rare that happens. So to me it's just a bit annoying. I don't like the graphic and I don't really like the mechanic, and it's just kind of annoying. But we'll see how that goes. And I'm not sure where that troop's coming into play. But anyway, on Tuesday we have a faction of Mirrored Halls. This one here. So Mirrored Halls is one of those weird ones, but not very difficult and gets lots of treasure. So I will certainly be playing it because it will get me lots of gold. And although I don't need it up, I pretty much always do the faction assault because it's a wonderful way to get gold. So I pretty much always recommend doing that. Wednesday's Itty Bitty Yeti is the pet, and Thursday we've got Frost Mage, which I think I need Frost Mage up if I think about it. Frost Mage 61. Yep, need my Frost Mage up, so I'll be doing Frost Mage. And it's actually a really good class. Frost Mage is a good class, so good class for PvP. And then Friday we've got a new faction, and our new faction is Untitled Palace, Undrajit or Undrajit, I'm not sure. But Untitled Palace, that's you can probably tell by the name, it's a Raksha, and it's a Raksha demon because of that kind of makes sense lore-wise because Rakshas are demons. So we get 4 new troops, and that's awesome. So there'll be 4 new Raksha troops in the game, which was welcome in my book. I'm not sure which kingdom it's going to be connected to, but there is a Rakshar class. What is the Rakshar class? It's what is it? Is it Shaman? No, Slayer. No, it's Assassin, isn't it? Is it? Let me think. Is it Assassin? Let me just see. No, that's Naga. Who is the Rakshar class? I can't remember. What would make sense? Let me just cruise through them for a second. Which would make sense? Monk, Necromancer. See if I can get it just by looking. Sorcerer, maybe. Oh, Sunspear. There it is. Yeah, Rakshar. So Sunspear is your Rakshar. So we have got a class. So well, Sunspear actually makes sense. So you'll be wanting to use Sunspear because all these guys have got, or Sorcerer, because all these we've got Hellclaw Hunter coming. That's your epic troop, and that's got a 50% mana start, so that's great. You've got Hellclaw Mage, which creates red and purple gems, which is great. We've got Hellclaw Warrior, which creates a Hellstorm. So we've got a new storm coming into the game, and that's a red-purple storm, so that's great. Very, very welcome, and that's nice for... Oh, I don't know how that's going to work with Sunspear, because Sunspear will just cancel it out all the time. But I guess it means you don't have to be... Oh, that's weird, isn't it? That's really weird. So your class trait overwrites Hellclaw Warrior. So that's kind of weird. Anyway, if you know, hopefully you know what I'm talking about. Sunspear's got you create a firestorm every turn, at the beginning of your turn. So you would overwrite. Would you overwrite? Would it overwrite would the Hellstorm overwrite the Sunspear? I'm not sure. Be interesting to see which way it goes. Anyway, that's a bit weird. And you could see, and then there's Indrudget himself, the character who's got the faction is eponymous for Indrudget. The Indrudget, the legendary character, does damage to 4 random enemies, so it's a bit of a like Pan or something. It's like Pan. But not quite so much damage, so I guess a bit more like Mambasira. But a legendary troop, so it's a legendary troop that does quite a lot of damage, which is kind of cool. And that's boosted by the red and purple gems, which the Hellstorm will create. So it's going to be quite interesting. I quite like the sound of that, and you can already see the pure team is probably going to have one of each in it. So it's probably going to be something like, and probably in this order too, it's probably going to be like Hellclaw Warrior, Hellclaw Mage, or Hellclaw Hunter, Hellclaw Mage, and Indrudget. That would be my pick, and it sounds like to me it's going to be quite cool. I'm looking forward to this one. So there we go. That's the week. So let's go. And so finish the video now, and if you don't want to see any, if you want to see some troops, so ignore that. Now I'm going to go on and show you a couple of fights. So first it's going to be with, I've got to find them. What have I done with them? Let's do. I'll show you the one with the new. Got to find them. What did I do with these guys? Sorry, bear with me. Lost my fights. Oh, okay. So the first thing I do when I get a new mythic, this is what I do. I go to this team here. So I call it Versatile Pistol because pretty much this team works. It works with anything. So where Vernalis is there, you chuck any mythic in there, and this team works. And it works because Greed acts as a tanks itself because it gets an extra turn, gives itself life, and then gets an extra turn. So it kind of protects everybody. If it dies, it doesn't matter because Cedric Sparklesack will summon into that hole. Bronzelock Pistol can just kill everybody slowly, looping damage. So it pretty much loops itself, and it's not mana blocked by Greed. So it just loops itself, creating once you've Greed's cast got your gold up, Bronzelock Pistol creates enough gems to loop itself. So you can just. So this team will win without the mythic, but chuck the mythic in there, and then you can see what the mythic does. So that's what I like to do. To see, because although it's not, it's a team in itself, it's not great, and I'm going to show you why and why I do this. So let's go to Galvania, because this is my favourite one to do explores. Let's do a 12 explore. Let's do one fight with oh, there it is, E12 new mythic warden. Let's do that with the versatile pistol, which is what I've just said. So it's not going to be it's not a fast fight, but it's a reliable fight. I like Galvania just because I just really like the theme, I guess. I just like, so okay, anyway, you cast Greed straight away, you get an extra turn, so it's a free turn. Bang, you've got all your gold up. So now when you do use Bronzelock Pistol will actually do something. And now we just wait and see what Vernalis does. So let's just see how that pans out. So here we go. We could take that, but I don't really care. I just want to get Vernalis up now. So away we go. Let's shoot somebody. Doesn't really matter who. Vernalis is up. So ordinarily in the game, always take greed, because you get an extra turn anyway, unless you're frozen. So yeah, grab your turn, because you'll just end up tanking. So don't miss out on that opportunity. You cast Entangle, so don't worry about these guys. This guy's your mana generator. But now we've got Vernalis up. So Vernalis gives 39 attack to the first two allies, 39 life to the two weakest, and 10 magic to the two strongest. So it's probably going to end up, well, you want to do it quickly, I guess. Is it going to give it to, I'm not sure if it's going to give it to, yeah, it did. So it gave it to your Bronzelock Pistol, which is nice. So so Bronzelock Pistol's stronger now, does more damage. So let's get back in there. We've got Greed going again, so let's cast Bronzelock Pistol to get it up. I'll do it on whoever's not entangled. Again, Greed's going, so we'll do Greed, and then we've got Vernalis up, so let's cast Vernalis again. So Vernalis has made us tougher. Oh, didn't give us magic this time, so Greed's obviously got too strong. Let's just carry on doing that. So it's just doing the same thing, and it's going to take, it takes a while to kill these guys, but they're going to die. It's kind of a foregone conclusion that they die. Okay, we've got Vernalis back again. So now the interesting thing is Vernalis Fairy Fires everybody when you match green gems, which is great. Oops, I should have matched those. Oh, I will get to. They didn't do it. So now we get to Entangle and Fairy Fire, which ends up doing more damage when you Bronzelock Pistol them, which is great. So let's do it again. More gold. I mean, not more gold, more life. Bronzelock Pistol again. Let's keep on. I should have actually done it to somebody who was Fairy Fired. That was dumb. Never mind. So it's not the fastest team in the world, but you see, I don't care a lot about what's going on down here. It doesn't make a great make a great deal of difference. Oops, Vernalis is up again, so let's just make ourselves tougher. Yep, we've gone up now. We've got 64. We're up again. Who are we going to kill? I suppose we start actually killing people, shouldn't we? So let's do that then. Let's make Vernalis tougher. Oops, Greed. We didn't get to go. Now the bad thing is with Vernalis is Vernalis doesn't loop, so it kind of puts the brakes on. It's a kind of crap in that sense. So, and that's the problem with it. There are just so many other cards out there that loop, and there are so many looping green ones. So you know, Beatrix, Gob Truffle, Wild Queen, Venoxia. There are so many green looping cards that's why Vernalis is not ever really going to. You're not ever really going to find a good use. You're going to find a use for it, but you're always going to find that one of those other cards are going to be better wherever you put it. So you'll be able to find plenty of teams, or make plenty of teams like this one. So this one's never going to lose. You know, look, I've got 831 health there. I mean, this team is just virtually invincible, but and like I said, it's never going to lose, but it's just excruciatingly slow, and that to me sums up this whole new mythic to me, is that it's just slow. It's just kind of pointless. So there's no fun in it. There's no. We need to finish. We need to finish this now. I'm going to stop casting Vernalis. So you've got the point. So it makes you think. Okay, well, the power that it has is no good. So why would you bother having that when you can pump up something with loops with Shanubu or Shibanu or Psychorax or somewhere? You can spend your time looping that, and those guys are much better at it. So that exercise, although I've just talked you through it, that's what I do to work out what that card can do and what it should be used for, and that tells me that it's going to be a bunch of crap. So, well, it makes a team invincible, but it also makes it a bunch of crap. So let's go down and see. Okay, what do we do now? So here, so this is a team. I didn't make this team. This is a team I saw and stole it. So this is basically, and I like this team because Wild Cleaver I've never used before. I actually had to boost that up. It explodes 43 gems. So another weapon that explodes 43 gems grants a random status effect to all Wild Plains allies, and then summons a Wild Plains troop. So it's great. So it explodes guys and summons if you need it. So it's actually it's a really good weapon actually. So happy with that one. And it does a mana block, which is great. So we've got Vernalis, ready to go. Leprechaun's obviously fast start green, and Vernoxia. So Vernoxia is not a card I use, so I didn't even have this at level 20 before this week. I never really used it. So this is kind of my week, the discovery for the week for me, and this is why I'm sharing this team. So what does Vernoxia do? So Vernoxia does, it creates 9 green and 9 blue gems, deals 38 true damage to all enemies. It's damn good. It's really impressive. What else does it do? Poisons a random enemy on 4 or 5 matches, which is nice, and gains magic when an ally casts a spell, so which is also nice. These are also great things. Gains 1 attack, that's okay, but it's quite a good card. So I thought, okay, this is great. I've got a new weapon that I haven't really used before. I've got a new troop that I haven't used before, and I've got a new mythic that I am experimenting with. So this is really fun. And Warden I've got up to 100. Warden was one of my first classes up, so I was quite excited when I found this team. So I went to battle. Let's go see how this one does. So here's my big chance, and people were raving about this that I saw. They were very excited. This was the big moment for Vernalis to shine. So we're ready to go. Let's see what Vernalis is going to do for us. So actually, what do we got? We didn't even use Leprechaun then. We just had 2 matches, and we got our friend here up. So let's cast her. And look, she's looped. Let's go again. Hey, and she's looped. Let's go again. Oh, she didn't loop. Okay. Well, let's get her looping again then. There we go. Wait a minute. We won that in 5 turns, and we didn't use Vernalis. What does that tell me? It tells me exactly what I concluded before, which was Vernalis. You can find any team to put in there. For any team, you could put Vernalis in pretty much any team, but you're never going to use it. There is any card will do better than Vernalis. So let's just try that again. So let's try this again. The exact same fight we just had. We're going to try it again, and this time we're actually going to cast it. We're going to pretend that Vernoxia wasn't so awesome. And we're gonna rely on Vernalis. So here we go. We could do what I just did before and just start looping Vernoxia, but we're not going to do it. We're gonna try. We're going to see does using Vernalis make this team better? What did that do? Gave us a bit of life, stuff like that. Cool. Okay. Well, we're good to go now. Let's we can use our main hitter. Great. Okay, looking good so far. Let's oh, we're up again. We still haven't got Vernalis helping us again, so let's just use our let's go Vernalis again. Is this improving this team when we cast Vernalis at every available opportunity? Is it? What are we up to? We're up to 6 turns now. 7 turns. Sorry, about to finish. 8 turns. So Vernalis added nothing to that team whatsoever. So that makes you go, wait a minute. In that case, what would be better there? And I said before that when you look at those colours, green and blue, what green and blue troops spring to mind when you think to yourself, I need a green and blue troop? And I was thinking about we've got a bunch of them. We've got Beatrix, we've got Glitterclaw, we've got Gobtruffle, we've got Sycorax. We've got a whole bunch of really good green and blue troops. So let's look at this one. So this is not mine at all. This is one that's been around for a while. I never played it because I never had Vernalis. It's pro. I don't know who created this one. Uses Arboreal Crystal for a bit of mana, a Leprechaun, so same thinking before, same thing as before. We've got something that does it create or explode? Explodes. So we've got exploding green gems, we've got creating green gems, so it's pretty much the same mechanic as the last team we had with Vernalis, so it's going to do exactly the same thing as what we'd said before. This is our slot that we're replacing the useless Vernalis with. We're putting in Glitterclaw, and we're going to see, is Glitterclaw going to make this team better, is the question. That is the question to ask when having this fight. So let us see. Well, this time we don't have a 4-match, which is a bit sad because we can't truly compare it to that massively good fight before. So let's do what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to cast your Leprechaun to get it going, and of course then you cast. This is only makes sense therefore that you now cast your Explode. Now, do you cast, which one of these two do you cast first? And I cast Glitterclaw first. Well, I should get that first. But I cast Glitterclaw first because Glitterclaw transforms blue into green, which is great, but does this. Fairy Fires all enemies. So that means, of course, that Vernalis is going to do more damage, 50% more damage. So I definitely want to do that because I want to Fairy Fire my enemies, and now I can Glitterclaw them. I mean, Vernalis them. And then I can, Vernalis loops, so I can do that again. Hasn't looped, so I can choose which way I want to go. I can either convert my blues to green and get an extra turn, or I can cast Leprechaun, explode them, or I can cast Arboreal Crystal and explode them. Either way, I'm going to get this up next turn, or I could match those 4 blues. I'm going to do this because it gets an extra 51 damage to somebody randomly. Up comes Vernalis again and finishes the game. So super fast. I talked a lot during that, but that is a super fast team. Absolutely kicks ass when you compare it to any Vernalis team. So let's just do that. Let's just do this team at a bit more pace, so to see how it performs when you actually put a bit of pace on it. I'm just thinking faster than I'm not even. See, again, a good team in my mind is one where you don't even have to consider the board. So there you go. That's how fast that team is. And I'm pretty sure, I mean, I haven't played with that much, but I'm pretty sure that is the sort of, it'll be a bit slower on the Mythic boss, but that's the sort of team that you want to play with Explore 12. It just rattles through really, really fast. Even when you don't have that many green gems. Actually, I don't even need to Leprechaun this time. I will, because Leprechaun's great. Oh, I could have done a 5-match there actually. But you can see what I'm doing though. It's the same kind of pattern, isn't it? And again, not looking at the board. Verify everybody, then just start looping Vernalis. When that stalls, you've got your choices for mana generation. I fall on that one first, because that usually gets you going again and does a bit of damage. And that was the Mythic boss one. So, you know, there are actually not many Explore 12 teams that are better than that one. So that was. I just wanted to share that with you. Explore 12, I'm going through a bit of a fascination with Explore 12 at the moment because I've decided to. I've got so many souls. I was thinking, what do I do with all my souls? And I thought, well, I've got zillions of these medals, so maybe I could just start boosting troops up. So So whenever I find a team that I like, and that team is that team's a good example, I just go, oops, not that one. I'm about to show this one. Is it that one? Yeah, it was that one. So, or whatever it was. So I go and add a medal to a card that I like. So I liked Vernalis today, so I've added a medal to it. And if you, I've used lots of them actually, because I've done heaps of them the last week. But there are things like the Medal of Orpheus. You never need more than 3. The Medal of Urania, you don't need any, because why would you use that when you can use the Medal of Seasons? So these are medals that are worth virtually nothing. So there's a 33% chance there that I'm going to go up to the next level. Add one of those, and it's a 38% chance I might not get it, but it only costs 20,000 souls. So what's the harm in that? So I've been kind of doing that with teams with cards I just find interesting. So that's something to waste your resources on doing. What else am I wasting resources on doing at the moment? Yeah, so there was some talk. I'm going to come back and do one more troop, but there was some talk about people worrying about chucking money on gold on tasks and saying that they should be chucking gold onto their hordes. And that's true, you should be chucking gold onto your hordes. But there's a ridiculous amount of money you can spend on your hordes. And what I've been trying to do, if you've been watching my videos, is I've slowly been cruising up to the over 2000s, trying to get all of the delves up over level 500, or up to level 500, and then I'm going to start working on the pure teams. And as I go, I try and put up their horde. So what I'm doing at the moment is I've got these 5 delves here: Labyrinth, Wild Court, Larisa's Lair, City of Thieves, and Depths of Sin. I'm trying to get those up to 500. So I choose one, whichever is the lowest. So the next one I'm going clockwise. So I'm doing City of Thieves. So that will be the next one I do with my free delve today. It's on Horde 170. So I will typically chuck a couple like this, couple on there, boom, 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 69,000 gold, and then I will cruise along. So add a little bit of there, go back, go to the delve, and go and have a fight. And this is the team I'm using, so then I go and finish the delve, and that uses one of my daily delves. And then I play the game, and I go around the next one in the circle, and then I add a couple to the horde, and then have a daily delve, and then I go around the next one to the circle and and I've been doing that for a while, and eventually in about a month I'll finish all those will be up to 500, and then I'll cruise up here and I'll do these 3 here, and I'll do the same, or maybe that one there too, and that might finish it actually. I think that's if I loop those until I get them all to 500, that'll finish it, and then I can start working on the pure. So yes, you can reuse your gold you should reuse your gold to raise up the hordes. In fact, I'm doing it myself, but it's a massive pit, and it's a long-term goal. So just take it easy. Don't bust yourself. There's if you're thinking about getting all your delves up to 500 and getting all the pure hordes up and all the pure teams, you're talking years. You watch the YouTubers who have been around for 5 years, 6 years, and they of the life of the game, and they haven't got all their delves up to 500 pure. So this is a long-term goal. It is much more important to concentrate on your tasks and keeping into a nice guild and keeping your guild happy and doing all that. That's more important than that ridiculous very long, very long goal. So back to the last fight that I was going to do. So the theme of the battles today was to talk about Vernalis, the new team, and Coco Tuesday. One of the players in our guild put up a team that actually was quite reasonable. So even though I was bitching and moaning about how crap Vernalis was just before, this one actually works fine. So it's quite simple too. So it's you got Gob Truffle, one of the ones I was talking about. Mountain Crusher, of course. Goblin Shaman for some green gems and some extra turn. Probably would work just as well with another Gob Truffle in there, to be perfectly honest. that's I think I would probably have gone for putting the brown and the green the other way around in the banner. Totally agree with Titan, of course, but let's just see how that goes. So choosing Galvania not for no reason but to make it equally comparable to the other teams, and away you go. So this team, of course, you're it's a little bit different because you're trying to match browns. So sort of, instead of necessarily greens and blues, you're trying to get the browns up straight away. We get our barrier, which is nice. I like that. Now we've got, so we can okay, we've got another couple of nice things going on here. Now we've got Gob Truffle up. So I'm going to show this team twice, just to kind of prove a point. Okay, Gob Truffle. Gob Truffle was a no-brainer. You just Gob Truffle every time, right? It's kind of a no-brainer. It's a bit 50-50 as to do you explode or do you create gems? I don't know which is best to do. We haven't entangled them, so I'm going to have to always take skulls first. Not sure which is the best thing to do. I'm not 100% sure that this is the best combo, the best card here, but doesn't matter. So what I'm showing here is this is a fight. I'm talking, of course, so it's going to be hard to compare it in terms of speed. But this is a fight, of course, where I'm completely ignoring Vernalis, and I'm doing this on purpose because you're going to see that this is actually a good team anyway. Had we used that other team I showed you before, we would of course finished already. But we're just playing this without actually casting Vernalis yet. And then I'll show you it again when we do cast Vernalis. So at the moment I'm just getting Gob Truffle charged, which doesn't loop, which is kind of sad. Which is another reason why I said actually I think Gob Truffle would be better than in this case. Good team though. You know, this is another situation where you're not ever going to lose. This is never a team you will ever lose with in Explore 12 Galvania. So we just use those three cards this time. So let's now compare it to actually playing with Vernalis. So let's see how we go. So what does Vernalis add to this team that you couldn't get from using Sycorax? I mean, chuck Sycorax and another Gob Truffle there, and you've got a better team. But anyway, so we need to get Vernalis up. So that's the name of this one. It's probably worth just oh no, there we go. Come on, let's get up. See, we would have already finished this fight had it been that other team that I was showing you. We haven't even got Vernalis up yet, so we're still. Oh, actually, I'll get it up with Gob Truffle. Or does Gob Truffle get it up? No, it doesn't. So the Gob Truffle doesn't help, but this will. Okay, so we're up. Right. So what is Vernalis going to do? So the point of me doing nothing before is, like I'm saying, is we're just seeing if Vernalis adds anything to this team. But what it will. Is when we match green gems, it entangles in Fairy Fire. So that was doing that before because Gob Truffle matches green gems naturally by creating greens. So we were entangling and Fairy Firing. So this is passively happening whether we cast it or not. So this stuff is just kind of on the top extra. So the question is this 10 magic going to make Gob Truffle stronger? My Gob Truffle is 39, so let's see, are we going to end up making Gob Truffle stronger? Hooray, we are. So potentially this does work. So how many times do we get to use, oops, I should have done Gob Truffle just then. How many times do we get to cast Vernalis during the fight to make that worthwhile? Let's see. So far we've done it once. That's probably a better thing to do this time. So far we've done it once. It has worked though, because this is adding 15 damage to everybody each time we cast Gob Truffle. So that's, at the moment, that's not too bad. It's not too shabby. And now we're going to do it again. So did it add again? No. So suddenly that didn't add. 39, 50, 49, 59. Yes, it did. So now Gob Truffle is stronger again. So that's good. So it did make this team better. I didn't count the number of turns there, but I'm guessing over 20. So is it a good Explore 12 team? I think it's just like my argument is, it's just like Versatile Pistol that I showed you before. So Vernalis, sure, it worked in that team. Did it make the team better or so good? There was the synergy so good that Vernalis was a card that you would choose above any other? Absolutely not. So no. So that team is good and great. It works, but is it something you would choose to play in Explore 12? No, it is not. So that one is probably better. But if you're actually going to use a team with that mechanic in it, you're better off using this one. So you're better off using that one. And that's pretty much the end of my story. So of those teams, the take-home message is try this one. It's actually really good. Not as good as probably Night Spider, but pretty good. Does it? One more question. So we're going to extend this video just a second longer, because we've just been doing Explore 12 and Galvania. This will actually work anywhere, by the way. I've tried it all over the place. But I haven't tried it in PvP. Oh no, I did try it in PvP, sorry. It does really well in Trophy 1 and 2, but not... So it does really well against these guys and these guys, but not against those guys. So put it against a tough team. Oh, why is that such a tough team? Is it such a tough team? Doesn't tend to do brilliantly. As soon as you start taking on Zulgoths and really good looping teams, then it doesn't do very well at all. Let's just have one more fight, because we're here. So same strategy, Fairy Fire everybody, and now loop Phenoxia. And see, oh look at that! Just took out in 6 turns. Took out a Trophy 3 team. So ha! Take that, you! There's 8,000 gold for me. So there you go. Congratulations, have that team. Now, if you're new to our guild or have just started watching these videos, join our Discord, because our Discord is a big library. You will find this team and many others. So we don't really chat on Discord. We do a little bit, but we mainly chat on the guild chat, because that's where everybody talks. But join our Discord channel, because it's a massive library. You can copy and paste teams that we put on there. We put on a description of them. It's indexed in terms of all kinds of categories. You can look for teams by troop. You can look by teams by weapon. You can look by teams by game mode. All kinds of things. So get on there. All those teams I've talked about today are on there. But it's so easy to copy and paste between Discord and the game, depending on your platform, I guess, but it's pretty easy to copy and paste between them. So for me, it actually works like just a whole bunch of extra team slots, and that's really nice. So there you go. Have a great week with the week coming up. To me, this was one of the better weeks that we've had in our guild in our entire existence. This was just awesome, and I didn't even talk about the drawing of the new mythic, because so many people are following good key advice and saving their keys and getting that new mythic. And even though it was a crap one, the game mechanics change. When we saw Psychorax came out, and we were like, oh god, it's terrible. But actually, 2 months later, people were talking about Psychorax being one of the top 5 mythics in the game. So I'm down on Vernalis at the moment, but that the game changes. That doesn't mean Vernalis is not going to be good in the future. new mythics are always worth getting. Go back and have a look at the video if you don't believe me when I talk about keys and mythics and all that sort of stuff, the statistics around it. Really, really worth looking at. That should convince you not to use your keys at any other time except for that new mythic day to get that mythic. And of course, if you get your mythic cheaply, then you've got a whole lot of keys left over, and you should spend them on that next Friday, which is the first Friday that the new mythic is not available, and that's when you have your chance to get the other mythics. So there's 2 days of the month. There's the first 2 Fridays are these magic mythic days, and I talk about that before. But if you don't understand that, ask in chat and I'll explain it again. Happy to do so, because it's good to see so many people in our guild getting that new mythic. Next week is going to be just another brilliant week as well, because we've got a new faction, and new faction weekends are awesome. That is the weekend. If you get a new faction, when you've got a new faction, you've got a whole weekend, you've got 3 days to get it up to level 500, and that's the time to do it. It's the cheapest time to do it, and it's the best time to do it. So I'll be talking about that during the week. So really, that's your time to really play the game. You get lots of gold when you do you get millions of gold. I mean, I think I got 6 million or 7 million gold last time I pushed through a faction weekend up to 500. So there will probably be lots of tasks going on this week. So another great week coming up. Look forward to sharing the game with you all, talking to you all, playing with you all, seeing your teams. Absolutely love this guild at the moment. We're doing so brilliantly. Can't really say much more about that. So have a great week. See you in the game. Bye bye.